Hello and welcome to beautiful New Caledonia, where the stage is set for the new format of the region's premier international club competition as we head towards the semi-finals in a home and away playoff. I'm Gordon Watson. In this edition we've got an exciting lineup for you as we introduce you to some of our talents from around the region, their passion and their dreams. We'll get you updated with our current tournaments, meet up with a FIFA World Cup winner, two-time FIFA Confederations Cup champion and a member of the Arsenal Invincible squad, Gilberto Silva. We'll catch up with Tahiti's Tiki Toa, the current Beach Soccer World Cup runners-up, but first to Noumea for the semi-finals of the OFC Champions League, where AS Magenta lined up against Team Wellington for the second year in a row. Welcome to Stade Noumea Daily. AS Magenta, the first team to secure a semi-final spot following the clean sweep of the group stage, took on New Zealand's recently crowned domestic champions, Team Wellington, in a match where neither team could afford to drop a beat. Magenta started strong. The speed of the match from the outset seemed to take Team Wellington by surprise.
AS Magenta in front through Kevin Noumea. Now there's been a shot on goal here and it's deflected. There's some debate going on, being led by Bill Robertson. Now what's going on here? I think this is going to be a penalty. You can see here it came from this effort from Bevan, and there it is. Handball, absolutely.
The increased pressure in the second half worked wonders as Team Wellington forced an error from Magenta, which saw referee Kadir Zatuni point to the penalty spot.
Oh, and he scores! The New Zealanders are level in Noumea.
In the 81st minute, Team Wellington finally broke the deadlock, taking the lead for the first time in the match with a well-placed flick on, finding Andy Bevan at the back post to finish past Azui.
Front, there's a half-hearted appeal for offside, but it's all for nothing. Matale's away from Moretti.
With 3 minutes of additional time to play, Magenta claimed a late goal after Mario Barcia handled the ball in the penalty area. Nicolas Marin stepped up to convert, firing low and wide out of Basile's reach.
It's Marin against Basile. Can he score? He can! And Magenta are level. 2-2. And there it is, full time at Stade Noumea Daily. It's finished. AS Magenta 2, Team Wellington 2.
Following the 2-2 draw in Noumea, neither side could afford to be complacent. Team Wellington hosted their first ever OFC Champions League match in the New Zealand capital, and the two-time runners-up were determined to make it a memorable one. Team Wellington were quick to gain the lead in this fast-paced match. The New Caledonian club were next to score when Jires Suzumi weaved through the Team Wellington backline and tapped the ball past goalkeeper Scott Basile to equalise. A set piece before half-time gave the lead back to Team Wellington after captain Bill Robertson got his head to a corner to give the New Zealand side confidence about the second half. Tom Jackson extended Team Wellington's lead with a goal in the 49th minute. Shortly after, Andy Bevan and Nicola Zambrano both profited from dangerous crosses to bring the tally up to 5, before Joel Stevens scored his second goal of the match. The 9 New Caledonians struggled to hold off the Kiwis for the remaining minutes, allowing Josh Margits to squeeze one more in for Team Wellington in the 3rd minute of injury time. Team Wellington have sealed their place in the OFC Champions League final after a comprehensive 7-1 second leg semi-final victory over Magenta in Wellington. Taking on AS Tefana in the identical fixture to last year's semi-final, Oceania's reigning champions Auckland City FC took on the Tahitians in their first match of the two-leg semi-final at Stade Pata in Tahiti. A well-positioned Cam Howison claimed the opener after Tefana goalkeeper Stevens Haringa made an impressive save at a corner. Another clearance from Haringa set up Clayton Lewis for the second goal of the game with 15 minutes to play. Although Auckland City FC were the dominant team for the majority of the match, AS Tefana continued to fight a relentless battle until the final whistle. Nevertheless, with a 2-0 win in the first semi-final, Auckland City FC looked on track for their 7th consecutive appearance in the final itself. AS Tefana eyed the second leg semi-final as an opportunity to regain some of the lost ground the Tahitians gave up when they lost 2-0 to Auckland at home. Directly from kick-off, Tefana pressed high, putting pressure on the backline and Auckland City FC keeper Aniot Zubi-Karai. Auckland City FC found their rhythm playing the patient football they're renowned for, and it paid off just after the half-hour mark as Emiliano Tade pounced on a poorly taken goal kick to open the scoring in the 33rd minute. The Navy Blues kept their heads and doubled the lead in the 64th minute with João Moreira putting on a stunning show, making a solo run into the Tefana box to take his side to a 2-0 lead, 4-0 on aggregate. The Tahitians started to fall apart, and as the half moved into additional time, Moreira made another lone run on goal. Stephen Saringa brought him down and saw his match end early. Auckland City FC are now geared up to face Team Wellington in the OFC Champions League final for the third year in a row. Despite losing the OFC Under-17 Championship to New Zealand, this New Caledonian side have written themselves into the history books.
New Caledonia, first team qualifying for the FIFA World Cup.
It just took one word for the Fédération Calédonienne de Football president to sum up his feelings following the historic qualification to the FIFA Under-17 World Cup in India.
Enfin, depuis le temps qu'on passe, on loupe toujours la dernière marche, enfin on y est, on a pris cette dernière marche. Et puis voilà, c'est l'aboutissement d'un long travail et voilà, heureux, beaucoup de joie.
He is not the only one who has been waiting for this day to come.
J'étais beaucoup ému. On a aussi dans notre génération essayé de sortir pour être qualifié. Et aujourd'hui, bon, ça apaise un peu notre douleur, le fait qu'ils sont qualifiés, donc c'est une grande fierté. Puis la joie qu'ils ont, c'est partagé aussi avec nous, les anciens de la sélection.
Goalkeeper Une Kessien struggled to find the words to express just what this means to him.
On est fiers qu'on est qualifié, même si on n'a pas su gagner la finale, mais l'objectif de nous pour les Cagous, c'est pour atteindre la qualif. Je me sens très fier, un peu de joie, beaucoup de joie. C'est comme ça, parce que chaque fois qu'on a qualifié, il y aura toujours des parents qui vont nous voir. J'étais un peu fier, mais j'étais fier aussi pour mon équipe.
Assistant coach Leon Waitronier never once doubted that this generation of footballers had the ability to make this dream a reality. Waitronier has been working with many of these players for 3 to 4 years now and believes they are a special generation.
On va dire d'abord soulagé, parce que on a vécu quand même avant cette rencontre contre Salomon. On a fait un grand match contre Tahiti. On ne pouvait pas louper cette occasion. Donc je pense que d'abord soulagé et après très content d'avoir passé cette qualification. Comme disait tout à l'heure les anciens, maintenant c'est une ouverture pour tout le monde, aussi bien les 20 ans que les seniors. C'est les jeunes qui ont montré le chemin.
On nous avait dit qu'il y avait un comité d'accueil qui aurait été constitué pour nous accueillir, mais je ne pensais pas que c'était à ce niveau-là. Mais ça veut dire qu'effectivement, oui, les Calédoniens ont bien vécu cette qualification. Mais elle était tellement attendue depuis tant d'années que c'est vrai que ce soit nous qui le faisions, c'est bien. Voilà. Et puis ça fait plaisir de voir autant de personnes comme ça qui nous attendent, qui nous accueillent et qui partagent un peu notre plaisir. C'est magique. Voilà.
For these players, it is an achievement and a journey they will never forget, but perhaps the significance of what they have done is yet to sink in. With India 2017 on the horizon, the hard work starts again for this side following their extended celebrations. And Kessien, for one, is keen to show the world what New Caledonia can bring to the table.
En aide, c'est un peu différent, c'est différent que le tournoi qu'on a fait à l'OFC, car pour affronter les grosses équipes. C'est un peu différent que nous. On va essayer on va essayer de sortir un peu des poules à nous.
Il y a eu 20 qui ont raté de très peu, il y a les seniors qui ont raté de très peu aussi. Donc je crois que voilà, comme disait le président, il y a un palier, un pas supplémentaire à franchir, c'est nous qui l'avons franchi le premier. Après on verra si les autres le franchissent aussi.
Rendez-vous en aide.
Let's meet Papua New Guinea's David Brown. He's the first Papua New Guinean footballer to play professionally in Europe. The 21-year-old made his senior international debut at Sir John Guy Stadium earlier this year. Brown's football career was inspired by a video of Cristiano Ronaldo he saw and originally began playing as a goalkeeper. Brown is relishing being back in the Papua New Guinea football setup after a 6-year absence.
It's nice to participate in the Under-17 tournament for my country. We held it in Auckland, New Zealand, and straight after that I got offered a scholarship to go to school at St. Peter's. So it was a big transition for me moving from PNG because I've grown up here my whole life. So I mean, it was a big change, but being without my family and that, I found it one of the hardest things. Football-wise, it was really good because I managed to play for my school team and improve myself as a player and get exposure out there, and managed to play for Central United and eventually Auckland City, where I learnt a lot and played at a high level there as well, so it was really good. What I've done is gone to Europe to get the experience and to learn as much as I can. Seeing that Europe is the powerhouse of football in the world, really, so I'm trying to learn a lot and just improve myself as a player and get my game understanding. Always, I've grown up here and I was born here, and I feel Papua New Guinean, so I am Papua New Guinean, so obviously it's in my heart to play for this country, and I'm glad to be back to play. With the PNG team, the bond we have is real close, so when it comes to games and that, we're all a tight-knit family, so we play for each other and play because God gives us the opportunity to play. So with that, you won't find anywhere else in the world, so it's a real privilege to be amongst that and be part of it. And the vibe is really good in the team, and yeah, it's absolutely fantastic to be a part of it. We just want to play and do the best that we can for our country.
To Suva next, where the Fiji national team carried the weight of a nation as they prepared for their encounter with New Zealand. But after a visit to Jasper Williams High School in Ngātoka, the team felt more determined than ever to do their country proud, and there's no doubt who they are out to meet.
My favourite player is Roy Krishna because he's smart in playing soccer and he's cute. Basically Roy Krishna. Roy Krishna. Roy Krishna, obviously.
Roy Krishna. Roy Krishna.
Roy Krishna.
He's handsome. I fan Roy Krishna because he's an international player. He's good. I mean, he got skills and all. Because he got that moves.
He's very stylish and cute.
Because he's a great soccer player.
I don't know his name, but the striker.
And he's a very good player. Because he's really stylish and playful.
Roy Krishna. He's a good, he's talented and he's a good soccer player.
I'm still looking forward to see all of them because they represent my country.
Yes, I love all of them.
I think this is in the college history that we are hosting the national football team for the first time. And because this is an all-girls school, so it's a bonus for the girls here. It's going to be an incentive and really an inspiration for them. Our school is the reigning athletics games champion. These girls are focusing more on athletics. But I believe that there are a number of other girls who have hidden talents, and when we have national teams of this nature coming in, you know, these girls can be motivated to take up such sport in future.
Jasper Williams High School was honoured to host the national team ahead of their New Zealand clash and felt proud to have the all-girls school included in the promotion of the senior men's game. The Bulla boys were greeted by a swarm of screaming students in purple dresses as they walked through the all-girls school to the main hall.
Because the world now is also for women. We forgot it before. The football is something that everyone can do it, from the small and woman, men, old, everyone. And it's fantastic for that. Football can rule the world.
French-born head coach Christophe Gamel was completely astounded by the pure passion and excitement of the young fans.
It's incredible, to be honest. I didn't expect that. Even in Europe, it's not the same, the same pleasure to see people. So really, thanks Vodafone, thanks everyone, the school, and for this fantastic support. And it shows how much the expectations are. After, the reality is a bit different. We know our duty. We play against, we will face the best team of Oceania. We have to be focused on this event and give the best. At the same, the school, if you give your best, after, God do the rest.
I think we leave pretty much the women's aside, but now you can say it's changing. I think we got equal rights, and especially the women's soccer in the world is kind of improving. And I think Fiji football chose as a great thing for us and to motivate the boys. And you can see the girls were so happy to see us. So, hopefully in future there'll be a girl recreational, probably being a professional and leading Fiji flags high.
They're really good players. They're very confident in about their game strategies, and it's really good to see them.
Papua New Guinea and Tahiti look to reignite recent form as Group B OFC Stage 3 of the 2018 FIFA World Cup Russia qualifying resumed in Port Moresby in March. Despite losing David Brown to a red card in the 22nd minute, the hosts took the lead when Nigel Davinyaba looped a deft header over Mikael Roche as the first half ticked to a close. A second half double from striker Sylvain Gralier led the fight back for Tahiti. Gralier added a dazzling second in the 85th minute, blasting his shot into the top corner. Tainui Taho completed the scoring to wrap up a 3-1 win for Tahiti over Papua New Guinea.
93 minutes in, and it is Tahiti 3, Papua New Guinea 1.
Tahiti may have come out victorious in the first leg, but their opponents were keen to come back hard and fast in the return in Papeete, and that they did. Papua New Guinea signalled their intentions, showing strength of character. With the score locked at 0-0 at half-time, Patrick Isa gave Papua New Guinea the lead in the 62nd minute when he headed beyond the diving Mikael Roche. The couples were back trawling in Tahiti's half when Isa again found Ganemba, who curled the ball over the goalkeeper to give Papua New Guinea a 2-0 lead. But there was still time for some late drama when Tahiti Cat caught the defence and keeper Ronald Warasan unaware, slipping the ball into the back of the net in the 3rd minute of additional time. Papua New Guinea claimed a 2-1 win over Tahiti to keep their hopes of an OFC Stage 3 final spot alive. Tahiti moved 3 points clear at the top of Group B in OFC Stage 3 of 2018 FIFA World Cup Russia qualifying. OFC Stage 3 will return in June, with Papua New Guinea and the Solomon Islands playing 2 matches with both nations at this stage in the runway. In Group A, after being held scoreless in the first half by Fiji, All Whites captain Chris Wood opened the scoring in the second half when a penalty was awarded following a handball in the Fiji box. A goalkeeping error by Ben Aminio proved costly when Marco Rojas tackled him and placed the ball into the back of the net in the 55th minute. That goal gave the All Whites a 2-0 win against Fiji and a draw away from securing their place in the OFC Stage 3 final.
Lewis, who already has the booking. Lewis again. James Phelps is a real target, isn't he? Here's a drive and what a goal!
The second leg held at Westpac Stadium in Wellington saw New Zealand's All Whites secure a 2-0 victory.
Shot, wasn't it? Doyle. Now does the cross come, and it does! Oh, beautiful goal! Thomas again, and they were patient, and they got their just reward.
This gives New Zealand's All Whites a perfect end to the group with 10 points and booking their place in the OFC Stage 3 final. Fiji and New Caledonia will complete formalities in Group A when they meet at Churchill Park in Lautoka and Noumea, New Caledonia, in June. As part of FIFA's countdown to the Tournament of Champions in Russia in June, Brazil football legend Gilberto Silva visited New Zealand for the first time in March with a FIFA Confederations Cup trophy. All Whites legend Ivan Visilic, who played in the 2009 FIFA Confederations Cup in South Africa, accompanied Silva on the 3 days of his trophy visit. Gilberto Silva's visit to Auckland came as the All Whites qualified for their third FIFA Confederations Cup after winning the OFC Nations Cup in Papua New Guinea last June.
It's nice to be here in New Zealand for the first time, and for the first time bring the trophy of the Federations Cup here. It's nice because I hope it inspires the team as they are going to play the competition. And being invited by FIFA to be, one of the ambassadors, it's amazing. It's a kind of opportunity for me as well to have the opportunity again to see the trophy very close and touch it after the last time I did it. And yes, this has been amazing. Today we start our tour here, speaking to people, showing out the trophy, speaking about the competition. It's amazing. For the players who are going to play this competition, hope they enjoy as much as I did on my time and take it very serious. The competition is very important for them to play in, because you play against the champions, the team that play this kind of competition because they achieved something, in the past, to be there, to deserve to be there. And for me it was great. In 2 opportunities I played the competition. Brazil won it, and it's great when you have this kind of opportunity with your country, as special for us in Brazil. Everyone expects victory from us. Well, for the Chilean players, if they want to become successful, one thing they must have in mind, they will have to work very hard. There's nothing easy in life. In football, it's the same. They must work hard, and forget about the weekends with family, and take it very serious and focus on it. Their attitude will tell, if you go far or not. If they have a great attitude and work hard and enjoy as much as I did, the chance is there. This is not guaranteed that we are going to be successful, but of course you have more chance if you concentrate on your game, train hard and work hard for it. This is something I could say to them.
The All Whites will face Russia in the opening match, Mexico and Portugal at the FIFA Confederations Cup in June. Having reached the FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup final in 2015 against current champions Portugal, Tahiti's Tiki Toa, Oceania's beach soccer representatives, have made a clean sweep of the Copper Pilsner Football Player 2017 tournament in El Salvador to put them on track for the FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup, which kicks off on 27 April.
Dans le même état d'esprit comme au début de l'aventure, donc on parle avec beaucoup d'humilité et de respect, et voilà, et puis l'important c'est de bien se préparer et d'être prêt le jour J.
As well as lifting the trophy, Tahiti's Heimano Tairui picked up the Most Valuable Player award, while Teva Zavaroni and Patrick Tepper shared the top goal-scoring honours. Currently ranked world number 7, Tiki Toa will face world number 3 Brazil in their first match of the competition on 27th of April, before facing Japan 3 days later. Their final Group D match is with world number 14 Poland on the 2nd of May.
C'est un rêve qui se réalise, c'est formidable.
Hard work is one thing it takes to make it to the top. Talent, of course, helps. But another key element to success is sacrifice. And it's not just the footballer who's making those sacrifices, but their families too.
Oui, il va partir en Inde. Bon, je les félicite. Et c'est vrai que ça a porté ses fruits tous les week-ends et tous les jours de la semaine, de les emmener à l'entraînement, de sacrifier le week-end, on ne sort pas parce qu'il faut aller voir les matchs. Et donc du coup, Ben, c'est formidable, félicitations et encore pas nos mots. C'est merveilleux.
New Caledonia's under-17 team made history in February when they became the first New Caledonian side to qualify for a FIFA tournament.
J'ai pas le mot pour dire, c'est juste que c'est un rêve qui se réalise. J'ai déjà eu l'occasion de participer avec les U20, mais bon, on n'a pas su, comment dire, bien faire cette compétition. On n'a pas su se qualifier, mais c'est bon, j'ai une seconde chance et j'ai tout fait pour ne pas la rater.
Nous, on est émus en tant que parents. C'est aussi le résultat de tout un sacrifice. On s'est occupé d'eux pendant des années et maintenant que ça porte ses fruits, c'est que du bonheur. C'est vraiment agréable. Et puis, j'espère qu'ils feront quelque chose pour une première dans l'histoire du foot calédonien.
C'est que de la joie, que du bonheur, parce que ça c'est une première pour nous les jeunes. Et surtout pour l'histoire du pays, c'est qu'il y avait beaucoup d'émotions, on était tous émus.
For the third year in a row, the OFC Champions League will feature Auckland City FC and Team Wellington, but for the first time, the two clubs will have to battle it out over 2 legs.
You know, we've done it again. We're in a final. It's a pleasure to have led the team again to the last game of the season, or last 2 games of the season. So we're very happy with the outcome, yeah. For sure. But at the end of the day, you got to play 2 games. You know, you got to take it as it comes, and it's going to be very tough. But look, that's life, you know. We have to prepare, and we'll be up for it. That's what it is. Look, they're a very good team. They beat us a couple of weeks ago, so it's going to be a very difficult one. But you know, we've got a couple of weeks now to recover from this and think about what's coming up. You know, it's going to be very difficult. We have a lot of respect for them, and you know, we'll see how it goes.
You know, it's going to be tough. Firstly, you know, we playing them over 2 games instead of the 1 like last year. You know, means it's a different ball game. We showed in the grand final domestically that, you know, we can perform at those levels and get a result against them. So no, look, we'll have to recover, get fresh, do our homework again on them, and you know, we've got to put in a monumental effort to you know, to turn them over. I think you know, they obviously know that they've got a tremendous record at Kiwitea. Firstly, you know, they get a good support behind them. They've got many players that have played in many finals, and all of those things, you know, sort of swing in their favour, certainly at home. But you know, we've shown at home and on the road especially that we can score goals. We're a team that likes to attack and get on the front foot, so we'll be aiming to try and do the same thing.
The first leg of the home and away final will be played at Auckland City FC's home ground of Kiwitea Street on Sunday 30th of April at 2 p.m. The final match of the 2017 OFC Champions League will be played at David Farrington Park on Sunday 7th of May with a 1 p.m. kick-off. That's all we have time for. Thanks for watching. Do join us again.